All right, guys, we are back. So, we have had a major release drop for us. I just want to quickly pull up his details just to mention. So, Android 16, I feel like, this is, how do I word this right here at the start? Remember, I've rainbowed every character since Golden Week of 2018. LRs and Dokkan Fest on their first banner. Like kind of like I'm always just like I'm telling you what all the characters are like maxed out, right? That's my experience with the game. Understand that, right? Using the Android team, it definitely could use some help. One of the major issues with the team being the very low HP, but especially with the introduction of 1718, who are ridiculously broken. The Android team is way more competitive than I ever could have dreamed. But I do think, again, the gargantuan power of 1718 have a lot to do with that, right? So, all right, let's just go ahead and jump in. We're doing top 10 TURs right here. There is quite a bit. These days, people did ask for it for quite a while to stop splitting up easy A's and regular Dokkan Fest TURs and also introduce bin units. And I think after the release of Android 16, this top 10 TURs is definitely going to look quite a bit better. It's going to look actually a little bit more competitive of actual good units, who are competing with, strong LR characters. So I think Mini Daima Piccolo, we could just go ahead and slot him in right here. He has really good support. He's capable of getting 100% dodge. Locking can kind of get in the way of that, though. We have another banner unit who we'll see who, like, it's not really quite so much of an annoyance, like, locking as with Daima Piccolo. He's got guard, he's got dodge, he's got support. This guy is just really, really good. He's one of the best banner units ever. I mean, this guy is just super good. But, I mean, he's just like a dodging support. He could do some decent damage, give allies crit support. I mean, he's just good, but I don't know that there's necessarily, like, a lot of talking we need to do about old boy Piccolo there. Next, I feel like we can go ahead and get Baby in. If his condition was just like Goma, where his Great Ape could be used just the next turn like Goma's could, Baby would be much more like 1, 2, or 3 in this list. But it is true. It's difficult to get the Golden Great Ape with Baby. In these fights, getting to turn 5, sometimes, with the Android team, we're gonna the team is designed to be tanky but not do that much damage. We'll get to these deep turns. But, like, the setups we're using with Baby, we're running Omega and running Rose, Goku Black, and Zamasu, right? It's like getting to, like, a turn 6 to use Baby's Golden Great Ape if he starts in turn 2. We don't really see it. You don't really see it. So it's like if I'm considering Baby, I think he's an effective character. And especially once he transforms, it's like, especially if he gets to attack first, he's pretty tanky. He's got nice dodge. It's when, we have to, like, YOLO put him in slot 1 where we could see Baby kind of get, like, really cracked. Remember, he is also a stacking character, so he is kind of like a festival option. Remember, my tier lists are more so, like, here's the last tier list I just did. This was the 25th of November. I did this tier list right here. And Baby, I gear these more so around these, like, GDC level fights. The GDC special battle, I think the Daima Red Zone with the Tamagamis, the Supreme Magnificent Battle, the Hybrid Saiyan, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, Supreme Magnificent Battle. I'm more so gearing it towards those fights. And then if a character could do some festival stuff too, like, kind of like talk about that as a little bit of, like, bonus points, right? But remember, Baby, he could be a nice option in festival. We need to see villains get, kind of like some better options for it though. Next, we can go and grab Super Easy SDR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Judging by the way people talk about him, this seems like one of the more underrated characters in the game. It's just utterly bizarre, right? Like, at this character, right now, 2 of the hardest fights in the game we have is against Tamagami 1 and Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, who are devastating. They have these like god killer super attacks that you can't dodge and are very difficult for the majority of the game to tank. Now, Tamagami won the first couple of turns. I think a lot of characters can tank it, but you start to get deeper in there, and it's going to be difficult for characters to be able to tank it. Big time difficult. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he's just got a nullification. It is only 50-50, but I'll take a 50-50 rather than just straight death, which most of the game is going to receive. This guy certainly helped being under AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's umbrella, but, I mean, hey, guess what? That's just the benefit he gets. One of these Saiyan Roar GT characters, like, you always want to be using... Like, GT Super Saiyan 4s are, like, similar to almost, like, Big Bad Bosses level characters, where their links are so powerful, you are wanting to be run them together. You know, or we could say Shadow Dragons are like that, too. Right? Where they're, you know, they would have GT, Big Bad Bosses, and Shadow Dragons. Like, it just gets really crazy. But this guy's good. He's just a good unit. I think he's very good. And it's very easy for him to be able to really contribute to a run, you know, where GT Hero, mostly dominated by the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. But, like, we're never, like, going through runs. I literally just did all the tough fights yesterday. I wanted to make sure to get this in first. All right. And it's like, we had almost no difficulties anywhere, man. All these tough fights. We were in all these places. Some of these moments I went out of my way, like, let's put Super Saiyan 4 Goku in danger. Let's see what happens. I didn't really see, like, a lot of, like, anything that would be like, oh, he's, you know, not deserving of being on here or anything like that. There was one moment, it's right here, where, okay, so Goku Black at this point is fully built up, right? He's fully built up, and then remember, he gets a big attack buff when he supers right here. These attacks, after, so, right here, so there's that. And then he takes 600k from this normal. That normal right there, I would... Dude, the amount of characters that could tank that, it's not a lot. Fully built up Goku Black, who then gets the buff from his super as well. So, like, I don't look at that and go, oh, he fucking sucks. No. I more so think, oh, okay, the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks fight, he's actually a real option where we could put him in front of, you know, Gohan, and he can actually do something for us. I don't know. I just feel like people just, for some reason, just don't like this character. That's fine, but I'm trying to look at this objectively, and he's just a ridiculously powerful character on GT Heroes. I feel like this seems right. Now, 17 is our next character right here. I think 17... I mean, he would definitely be in discussion for best ban unit ever. I couldn't get him any higher, even though I'd like to. I don't see him. There he is. I would love to get this guy higher, but I can't because he is a dodge character. And, I mean, he is very reliant on dodge. Now, we've seen some good moments with him. We've seen him tank, you know, big hits. Like, we've seen him tank supers and big hits, right? Especially once the support from that Android team starts really flowing, right? Like, this guy can have some nice defensive abilities. Most of the team can, right? You know, he's able to get guaranteed dodge in slot 1. He's able to have a scouter in many situations. He has 2-turn support. I'd love to get this guy up several spots still, but him being a dodge character does hold him back from some of these tough fights a little bit. I would raise him higher, but the next character we have here, Kid Gohan. Kid Gohan really can be effectively used in kind of like all these fights. There's Kid Gohan right here, right? So Kid Gohan, I mean, there's just value in a character who's just, you know, always supporting and can have 2-turn support. And I think his active skill is still really good, even though there's no changes to this compared to, you know, when we were using this a lot in June of 2021. Like, this is still just a very effective ability. And, I mean, Gohan, we could use him a little bit more, you know, in, like, the Tamagami 1 fight, and we could be rocking him, you know, against the Red Zone Broly, who's got dodge cancel, right? Like, I like Kid Gohan. I think if... I almost want to get MVP 17 higher, but I think about right here is where we'll do it. about right here is where I'll have MVP 17. I would say, so we also did, whoops, let me not open Twitter. Dude, opening, that would be such a, I could open up Twitter and then there, videos, you know, gotta redo the whole video. I gotta cut that moment out, right? Who knows what could pop up on Twitter. So we did the Hybrid Saiyan missions. You know, I did like what we saw from Kid Gohan, especially in our winning run way towards the end. Yeah, right here. I mean, Kid Gohan, this is a very, very deep moment in the fight. So, I mean, okay. We're going to see Kid Gohan. Let me just, blah, 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 blah. All right, so here's Kid Gohan attacking Broly. By this point, very few characters could even stand in front of this guy, this Broly. Broly is a demon. He's a Dark Lord. And here's Gohan, still double-digit tanking it. This is without his active. He's not guarding. Like, depending upon how the fight can go, he could look really good. I have seen Kid Gohan one-shotted at this point, but that was a run where I think I had no stacks with Kid Gohan. That was, I think that was in the Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku long video, but I think that was Kid Gohan with no stacks. Kid Gohan honestly did pretty good here. And, I mean, look at this situation. Slot 3, turn 8. We could do the same thing with a character who's going to show up in 2 seconds. Let's get way deep towards the end. We go to the same thing right here, right? So, by the way, here's... wait, no, it's the turn before. It's turn 8. Oh, wow, no, this is turn 7? Huh. So here's Super Saiyan 4 Goku. By the way, you know, fine, double digits. But here's Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, by the way. Does this. And then look at Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta right here. So, a little spooky. A little spooky. You know, Kid Gohan we didn't see that with, but at Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta I do think is really, really, really good. I would probably say Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I would almost tend to say that he's a tad overrated, the way people talk about this guy, but he is truly a demon. This guy is definitely a real demon. I think having a nullification, again, just like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, is huge. The Tamagami 1 fight is very, very deadly. Now, this guy, depending upon how the fight goes, Tamagami 1's AoEs could kill this guy. But if you're able to get his active skill, he could basically win you the fight against Tamagami 1, because you can debuff Tamagami 1, and this is like a monster debuff on Tamagami 1. This completely ruins Tamagami 1 if you're able to get this guy's active skill off. Again, the counters work well in all these fights. Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, you know, he is kind of like... I mean, he's a better version of Super Saiyan 4 Goku that doesn't support. I mean, Goku gives attack support. But this guy kind of wants to be running slot 2 and 3, whereas Goku wants to be running slot 1 and 2. But, like, I would definitely side towards this guy obviously being the best of the EZA and Super EZA Super Saiyan 4s they gave us during the GDC. I'm not as high in this guy as other people are, but I do like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Like, it's very rarely do we encounter issues with this guy. Like, he's just a very safe run. Got the nullifications. You know, this guy is effective, can be used in Festival as well. I like this guy quite a bit. I think right around here, definitely a good spot for him. Next, we can go ahead and grab Sin. I love Texan Shenron. Where is he? There he is right there. We can go ahead and put Sin at 4. For quite a while, I had him higher, but, you know, we'll talk about it in a second. This guy's great. His first turn, he's very nigh immortal in all these fights. And then remember, we're running him with Omega, and with the Omega team, these are not like, oh, what is Sin doing on turn 6? Mostly irrelevant, because we don't really hit, like, turn 6 or something like that with the Omega team, right? Like, we will just be spraying shit really fast. Now, he's orb changing, he's got debuffs, this guy's just really good, right? Like, this ability could be so good against Tamagami 1. Like, there's just a lot to like about this guy, that's why we've got him so high up. I do have Android 16 coming in next. Now, Android 16, oh, that's not the right one. We're looking for This one right here. Android 16, I've been very impressed with him. His tanking ability is really good, right? Like, the ability to really tank Gohan in the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks fight, to be very effective against Goku Black. He could deal with Tamagami 1, Red Zone Broly, all these bosses. I mean, we did do the long video, and we cooked shit up with Android 16. We had basically almost no issues. Like, it's just, well, I don't want to say no issues, but like you know, we did lose quite a bit in here. But 16, I thought himself, his performance, he's the one who's giving us, you know, the real chances in these fights. You know, a lot of people were saying that this fight was impossible with Android 16. This Gohan, Goten, and Trunks fight. You know, we got this one done, right? Like, it's like the Android team can beat all these fights. I think the hardest matchup for this team is the Tamagami #1 fight, but in doing this, I didn't get it in these runs, but we definitely could beat Tamagami 1, right? If you get to turn 5 and we have both Android 16s on rotation, we could definitely win right here. Look how, I mean, we got here with 1% HP, but like, if we would, like, look at this situation right here. If we would have both Android 16s on this turn, we could win. Like, you can beat Tamagami 1 with the Android team. So, I like this guy here. His support, you know, he's got his 2-turn support, and, you know, this is raised, like, much easier to do thanks to Easy 8 Android 1718, who we can go ahead and grab here. I got them at 2 on this, and then I still do have Daima Goku at 1, I would say. We'll talk about why I think I would still put Daima Goku at 1. Well, just quickly, if we could use their active skill, like, 100% of the time in all these fights, like, every single time, they would be #1. But I think, like, Daima Goku's 2-turn support, you just attack, you get it. You get to turn 4, and, I mean, teams do at least matter a little bit, right? Like, you know, we run Daima Goku's team, and it's like we get to turn 4, and we're running the Blues, or we're running, you know, Physical Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, or, like, we got a lot of different characters like that. We got Goma on the team. This guy will put the fight away once we get to turn 4 with his active skill. His active skill turn in conjunction with some of these other major characters. I haven't really had too many issues running this guy kind of in, like, slot 1, a little bit of a YOLO, like, running him in slot 1. Obviously, I, you know, do have a full dodge and defensive build on him. I've just not really had problems. This guy, you know, will age out like every character will, but right now, I really do think I still like him as #1 TUR. Now, the androids, these fuckers are ridiculous. You could put them at 1. You could easily argue these characters at 1. The only thing that kind of holds me back from it is, I mean, in a lot of these really tough fights, it's like we're not really hitting the active skill, right? Like, at Goku Black and Zamasu, you know, once we're able to kill Zamasu, we can pop it. The Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. I just found there wasn't as many opportunities to drop this as I would have liked. Now, obviously, against Tamagami 1, they'll be able to dominate it. They'll be able to dominate with the active skill going into the Red Zone Broly fight, which could be huge, right? Like, this character's just crazy. They got the Ki Blast nullification and their support, right? I think, like, if their 2-turn support is something we could use every turn, like Daima Goku, I, you know, might have them at 1, but if we could use this, like, you know, just every single fight, like, always just be able to use this with full value, I would put them at 1. I'm, even right now, this is close, man. I think I'm going to go with Daima Goku, but, like, I badly want to get the androids. I'm going to just go with this. I'm going to go with this. And this is what we cooked up for this one right here. Maybe we could move Kid Gohan up, or in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta down. But I mean, I feel like this is fine. Daima Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I'll go with 1. Tech androids. Was there more I need to talk about with Android 16? I think, like, okay. So, when I'm reading 16's details. At first, I was really concerned because, like, if we would never win with this team, I could not put him high. Now, 17 and 18, by the way, I think a lot of people think that you have to run them with the Android team, which is not true. A lot of people just, I guess, forget that this character exists right here. And keep in mind, we run Future Saga. We've got them, Rose and Zamasu. And don't forget how much value Rose and Zamasu get from having another Future Saga ally around or another villain around or something. Like Rose and like Vegeta and Trunks and stuff, like they will work well with this character. If you have a full Future rotation, be able to do the Vegeta and Trunks active skill, like 17-18's power is going to help those characters. I am still going to do a festival run with 17-18. Maybe I'll start that in a bit or later today or tomorrow or something. Oh, yeah, we'll get one of those out. I could probably do one for Kid Gohan as well. We could do a festival run with Kid Gohan. Kid Gohan would be, I would assume, immortal towards the end. I don't think that, like, Vegito and Gogeta and these bosses probably couldn't do anything to him. Would Gohan? Yeah, probably. Because the thing is, Gohan will be very effective in that we could run him in slot 1 the whole way through Festival, and he's not going to kill the boss quickly because he's not building up damage. So it'll be easy for Gohan to get 100 plus supers in because he's not just going to be slaughtering the bosses in 2 seconds, running him in slot 1 the entire fight. So that'll probably be good. So Gohan could be a slot 1 devil. And he is Bond of Parent and Child, so we could run him on Vegeta and Trunks' team too. So actually, we would be able to get a little bit more damage from him from Vegeta and Trunks. Yeah, I could probably do a festival run for both him and Tech Androids. We should, right? So yeah, this is how we're going with it right here. 16, 16 and Sin. I think, like, 16 is doing what Sin does largely better. I think early on in, like, Goku Black and Zamasu, turn 1, 16, if he's in, like, locked in slot 2 or something like that, his performance will be way under what Sin Shenron is doing. But, like, 16, I mean, slot 1 against that Demon Broly Red Zone fight, I'm fine putting 16 right above Sin Shenron. We got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta right there. Tech Androids. I am wrestling even now with Daima Goku versus Tech Androids. This feels like one of the more close, like, number 1 versus number 2 I can remember ever doing one of these. This character is so good. At both of these characters, I saw heavy downplay from Twitter, and it's just so crazy to me. Like, I think there's a lot of players who just cannot be satisfied. Like, unless the character's doing, like what, like, AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta does, right? Like, people just can't be satisfied. Like, I know Gogeta could get cut up by normals, but Gogeta is just, he loads in, he has guaranteed crits, guaranteed guard, 50% damage reduction, guaranteed, like, 3 supers. Like, that's where people are like, yeah, they're good. The unit's good, right? But, like, anytime there's any type of, like, RNG or moving parts, like, people, they're going to age out. Like, yeah, every character's going to age out eventually. So, all right, guys, yeah, we'll end just like this. This looks pretty good. And honestly, this has a top 10 TURs. Now, like, these are, like, really competitive characters, right? Like this, I think this does look pretty good. So there's a couple of characters that would have dropped out from the last time I did this. Tao, Fat Boo, Yamcha. I mean, these are characters deserving of top 10 mention as well. Maybe we could get Yamcha above, Daima Piccolo or something like that. Now, Fat Boo, like, listen, I would rather not include Fat Boo on this list. If you really want to depress me, we could probably get Fat Boo very high on here. But it's just, Fat Boo has an interesting bag of tricks. Let's just say that. And it's very difficult for Dokkan to really make his bag of tricks not valuable, but I'm fine with this. So, chat, let me know what you guys think. Top 10 TURs. What are people going to be mad at? Maybe people would want 17, 18 at 1. I'm not arguing that. Maybe people would want Kid Gohan higher. Maybe people don't want Super Saiyan 4 Goku here at all. That's, like, a dick-smoking opinion, I think. Like, Super Saiyan 4 Goku not even on here? Who would we replace him with? Yamcha? Like Yamcha at 10, Goku off? Nah, there's no way, man. Goku is such a major part of that GT Hero team. I can't do it. I like this. Chat, let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys next time.